Welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. We have a match preview and it's the FA Cup. We're on to the FA Cup now. A bit of a rest from the football, a little rest from the stresses of the football. I'm recording this a day after the Crystal Palace game, so I don't know how Liverpool went in midweek. You'll be watching this knowing exactly that Liverpool have won and put us under more pressure. Who knows? Hey, I might live to regret that. Arsenal might batter them. Yeah, okay. Southampton against City. Let's forget the league. Let's just chill out. I can enjoy this. I'm going down to Southampton. I'm just going to thoroughly enjoy this, whatever happens. Even if we get beat, it doesn't have the same effect on me. Certainly not unless it's a semi-final or a final. That's for sure. But Southampton versus City in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, Sunday the 20th of March 2022, a 3 p.m. kickoff. So hopefully I'll get back in time to get up for work at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out, guys. So I'll be fit for nothing by Monday evening. That's how it is, isn't it? So we'll be having a look, of course, at Southampton, what they've been doing recently since he played us and sort of did a Palace on us, didn't they, if you think about it? We're back in January, of course. I was at that one. How we didn't win that one, I have no idea. In the same way how we didn't beat Palace, I have no idea. And the current form, not great. We'll have a quick look at that. I'll be trying to predict our starting 11. I'll tell you the 11 I want, and then I'll tell you the 11 I think Pep might be edging to. Not necessarily the same thing. The match is going to be shown on BBC One. In charge, you've got Mike Dean in charge. It's 22nd match of the season. He's shown 69 yellow cards so far this season and 2 red cards as I'm recording this. I don't know if he's got a midweek game. This is the Monday. This is Monday the, what date are we on? Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday the 15th of March. So if he's done one since, these facts will be incorrect. So 69 yellow cards, 2 red cards in his previous 21 matches. Last took charge of us, City, in December when we beat Aston Villa 2-1 at Villa Park. His linos are Ian Hoosin and Edward Smart. It's a Premier ground, so we're going to have VAR, aren't we? That stupid rule where if it's not a Premier ground, there's no VAR. If it is, there is absolutely no sense whatsoever in that one. VAR referee is Andre Mariner. VAR assistant making the coffee is Shan Massey Ellis. And Simon Hooper has the unenviable task of being the 4th official. Previous meetings in the FA Cup, we played them 3 times. Please check out my History Boys feature, which goes into detail and gives you a little bit of facts about these. Only about 10 or 12 minutes, guys. I enjoyed doing them. Some great information there. Of course, we beat them 5-0 in 1910. Yes, no, I wasn't there, so don't start. We beat them we lost 5-1 to them at Main Road in 1960. Yeah, we beat them 5-0 at theirs in 1910. We lost 5-1 miraculous. Please watch my History Boys vlog, guys. That was a disaster in 1960. We lost 5-1 at Main Road to them. Back, as recently as 2007, a 3-1 win. I think we called it Eastlands then, didn't we? Or City Manchester Stadium, Eastlands. I think it wasn't called the ETIHAD in 2007, was it? Did we know then what was going to happen? We certainly didn't. Odds to win the match, yeah, please. I don't condone gambling when the fun stops. City generally 3-10 on. A draw is 9-2, and Southampton a 9-1, which isn't bad. And the draw's not a bad price based on what they've done to us this season so far. And please check out my little odds feature if you get a chance. Right, so how will this pan out? Guys? Well, 2 draws against the Saints this season. Obviously, we're getting comparisons now, aren't we, of Tottenham? We're getting comparisons of Crystal Palace and how we've performed against these teams. So the game at St Mary's, similar to the Palace one that we've just played, that I'm recording this the day after, it sort of got away from us for about 75 minutes. It never looked as though we were going to win the game, but that's because Southampton broke it up really well, broke up the play, sort of stymied what we were doing, and it just fizzled out. So at least against Palace, it was still sort of end-to-end, but Southampton just played it perfectly. They wanted the draw, they got the draw, and they played for the draw. And they're just totally frustrated with City. And I am going to call it, Hasenhüttl, a bit like Vieira, play, a type of anti-football against good opposition like City. Time wasting, very physical play, and dropping all over the place, feigning injuries when the players obviously aren't injured, and say they get away with it, so they will do it. And I'm sorry, I don't apologise for saying I think this is anti-football. I don't apologise for saying Hasenhüttl and Vieira have a similar frame of mind when it comes to playing Manchester City. Probably have have a similar frame of mind when they come to playing teams like Liverpool and Chelsea. I don't watch them. I've not watched them against those teams, but I would say that, and I think there's no way around it. That's how these teams play it. Not all the teams of let's say a lesser standing do that, but that's how they choose to play it. And for me, it's not good enough. But it is what it is, as we always say, isn't it? And of course, the longer they stay level in this, God forbid, or go ahead, the worse it will get. So it is up to City to do something about it, isn't it? It's up to us. It's up to the better team to do something about it. We can whinge and moan all we want, but at the end of the day, it's up to us to actually stop that and do something to defeat that tactic. See, the Saints' recent form is not good at all. No, 2 home defeats in quick succession within 4 days. Yeah, a 2-1 loss to Watford and 2-1 loss to Newcastle. And this followed on a 4-0 loss at Villa. So they're in a bit of a mini slump at the moment, but I'm sure that won't affect them. I'm sure they'll go into this game with a bit more positive, negative attitude, if you know what I mean. A positive, negative, if you can do that, which you can. And they will try to frustrate us. Will they succeed? Right, well, you let me know, guys, but I'll have a quick chat on that. Will they succeed? Well, that brings us back to us, doesn't it? That brings it back to Manchester City. City and our starting 11. We do have the international break. As far as I know, out of the Palace game, there's no little injuries been added to the mix, so we should be okay, only with really Diaz being the guy who's still out, obviously, at this stage. Pep, of course, and of course us, the fans, want this. I want this FA Cup. We've not won the FA Cup as much as we should have done, in my theory. I know that's been a bit cocky, I suppose. I'm not too sure, but I think 2 FA Cups in the last 10 years, I think it should have easily been 3 or 4. And I want this season because it might be a consolation. It might be what we get, and I'll be quite happy with that. I like the FA Cup, and I think Pep wants the FA Cup. And we do need, from a league point of view as well, going forward in the league, as I said, I don't know how Liverpool went on. I'm assuming they're going to win that game. I don't know how Liverpool went on. But going into the international break, we just need to be on a positive. So we need to do something against Southampton. We need to step up a gear or 2 gears or 3 gears perhaps on what we've been doing recently. We can't allow the Southampton to hold on for too long because, as I said, in the same way the Palace team and the Palace fans gained in confidence as the thing went longer, that's what will happen with Southampton, exactly the same. We will have 5,000 fans or so with us, so hopefully we'll all get behind the boys, and I'm sure we will. And so we can't allow the Saints to sort of grow with their negativity, as they will definitely, as with Palace, as they did at St Mary's back in January. They will grow in confidence the longer it stays 0-0, or even if they, as I said before, God forbid they take an early lead, it could be a disaster. We have to be more combative. We have to be on the front foot. I can't remember when we started an away game looking combative and on the front foot. Yes, we've looked in control of certain games, but not exactly fizzing it about at pace and looking up for it. And I can't, for that sake, remember many at the ETIHAD that we've done this season, like we had previous seasons. It's very few and far between. So what about the team? What about the team, guys? Well, in theory, I would personally. As I said, I think the game against Palace, I thought the team played okay. I thought generally played okay. It was a bit messy at times, but I thought the team played fine. We just didn't stick our chances away, and these things can happen. So I would stick with that, but I would just stick Fernandinho in the middle and take Rodri out, and that is the only change I would possibly make to that team. That's me. So what I'm thinking for this, what I do now is put my Pep head on, because this is, I think, what Pep will do. I think he gives some of the guys who've not been playing a game in this, and we should still be strong enough to win this. If Stefan's back from injury, which he is, he was on the bench against Palace, so there's no reason he won't play. So I assume Stefan will start instead of Edison. I think that's what Pep will do. Edison only started the last game because Stefan was injured. You've got to go Walker, surely. I mean, will he play Egan Riley again? Who knows? Possibly. But I would say he's got to play Walker, and Aki's going to come into it, surely, if he's fully fit. Alongside, is it going to be Stones or Laporte? Personally, I think he'd rest Laporte and play Stones. And Zinchenko for Cancelo, give Cancelo a rest. Zinchenko back in again. He's certainly not let us down the last couple of games he's played. Fernand in for Rodri then, as I said before, and Gundogan's surely got to come back in. with either Foden or KDB, whichever Pep thinks right in the middle. Obviously, we have certain players like McAtee and Palmer as well, which we're not too sure about. Palmer's supposed to be back in training, so that could be a possibility, but I doubt it. He may be on the bench. And McAtee is sort of not heard from him for a little while. I think he's fit. I don't think he's injured. He wasn't on the bench against Palace, but it was quite a full first-team bench, so McAtee could sneak into it, as well as, obviously, if Egan Riley doesn't play, I assume he'll sneak on the bench as well. And up front, surely Pep is going to play Jesus and Sterling, who never got a chance at Palace. And of course, with either Mahrez or Grealish. Personally, what do I think? Well, I'll give you my 11 now, whether it's going to be Mahrez or Grealish. So there you go. There's my little thoughts on what he will do. As I say, a couple of wild cards with the young lads. But I will think this is what I think Pep will do. As I said, it's probably about 6 or 7 players of what I think it should be, but this is what I think Pep will do. Stefan, Walker, Aki, Stones, Zinchenko, Werner, Gundogan, Foden, Sterling, Jesus, and Grealish. What do you think, guys? Do you think I'm sort of being a bit way out there? As I said, I could probably name 3 teams. I could name the team I want him to play. I could name the team he might play, and then obviously Pep's got his own ideas. So there's 3 totally different teams, isn't it? But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think different to mine, or what you think now you think the game will go, and what we can do to beat Southampton, basically, guys. Let me know. As I said, we've got those wild cards, so we'll see about that. Before we go, a few match quirky stats on City against Southampton in the FA Cup. The last side to face City at least 3 times in the same campaign without losing were Liverpool in 2015-16. So let's hope Southampton don't match that. I mean, I'll say this be interesting. Since Pep Guardiola joined City ahead of the 2016-17 season, Southampton have managed to win just 1 of 13 clashes between us two. We've drawn 3 and lost. They've drawn 3 and lost 9. A 1-0 win back in July 2020, of course, at St Mary's. Southampton have only lost 3 of their last 18 FA Cup matches. That's not bad, is it? 2 of which have come at the semi-final stage. So they have been progressing quite well in this competition. At Wembley, they've won 12 and drawn 3. Indeed, at St Mary's, the Southampton are unbeaten their last 8 in the competition. They've won 6 and drawn 2 since a 5-0 loss to Arsenal in the 4th round in 2016-17. This will be City's 5th FA Cup quarter-final in 6 seasons. As I said, we should have got more than 2 FA Cups. On what do you think, guys? I think we should have more in the cabinet than we have. So that's City's 5th in the last 6 seasons under Pep. Only missing out in 2017-18, and we probably played Wigan, did we? Probably. Their previous 5 appearances at this stage, or our previous 5 appearances at this stage, come across 11 campaigns between 2005-06 and 2015-16. Each of our 4 previous ties under the Spaniard at this stage have come away from home, progressing each time. So fingers crossed for that. My thanks to goal.com for these stats, by the way. You probably got them from somewhere else as well, but that's where I purloined them from. No team has scored more FA Cup goals than City this season. That's 10. We're level with Chelsea and Barrow. There you go, we're level with Barrow. That's higher claim, isn't it? The Citizens have only failed to score in 2 of their last 19 games in the competition, netting 58 goals in total. Both of these games being the semi-final defeats in the last 2 seasons. Oh, please, not another semi-final defeat. City's Raheem Sterling is yet to score in this season's FA Cup, though he has netted the competition each of the last 7 campaigns. Since 2014-15 with Liverpool, the last player to score in 8 successive FA Cup seasons was Darren Bent between 2009-10 and 2016-17. That's a great quirk. I like these quirky stats. There's some really good ones. And Mr. Foden, Phil Foden, has had a direct hand in 10 goals in just 9 FA Cup starts for City, scoring 6 and registering a further 4 assists, 2 of which came, of course, in the 5th round last time at Peterborough. There you go, guys. Let me know any of your comments, any of your thoughts. Give us your starting 11s. Please get back onto me and tune back in. As I say, it's going to be a very tiring Sunday, Monday. I'll be back late. I'll be in work up at 2, in work about 2:45, half 2, 2:45, and then I'll come back, do this little match report for you on this game and get it published for you. So tune back in, probably Monday afternoon, hopefully early Monday afternoon, for this Southampton City FA Cup quarter-final matchup, and we'll have a look at my ratings and, of course, have a look at the Manchester Evening News. It tends to be Stuart Brennan at the moment. Mr. Bukowski's only done a couple, I think, all season. So he's been a bit mean recently, Stuart, so hopefully he doesn't have to be mean on Sunday. Hopefully, we will astound everybody and bounce back just before the break. And it's nice. I hate going into a break when we've not done very well, so I look forward to that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching today. It's much appreciated. Thank you for your support. Please give us that thumbs up if you can. If you're still with me, please give us that thumbs up. And, of course, press that subscribe button. Press the bell notification button. And hopefully I will see you again very, very soon. Until we do, I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.